Greetings to everybody here. Let me say again, if I could, how grateful I am to the Festival of Faiths for the super soulful role that they play in contributing to the character of our city. And we are blessed by their constancy of purpose, and this being our 21st festival, it's just been a wonderful contribution to the Brown family and Sarah and the whole CIR staff. Thank you guys very, very much. Louisville has gained a lot of attention by our commitment to the value of compassion. It's one of the three values that I talk about every day, along with our other two city values of lifelong learning and health. And compassion here in Louisville is an action word, and we just saw a wonderful example of that through Amin. The Dalai Lama referred to compassion being action today in his letter to our city in the Courier-Journal this morning, citing Mahatma Gandhi's emphasis on closeness to each other, combined with a sense of responsibility for the well-being of each and every one of our citizens. We define compassion as respect for each and every one of our citizens so that their human potential is flourishing, thriving, or as Thomas Merton would say, shining like the sun. But cities inevitably face challenges, and my city is no example or is not immune to those challenges. We will always have room to improve in the areas of educational achievement, economic inclusion, environmental and health advances. And there are those in our city and cities, every city all over the world, who still experience injustice and inequality that can create a vacuum of trust. But I believe our focus on compassion creates a proactive invitation, a platform that encourages dialogue, action, relationship building, and then hopefully from that comes the basis of trust. Importantly, compassion builds something that I call social muscle, and that's building the strength and resiliency to get through difficult times. And you have to be intentional about that. We build our social muscle through initiatives like the annual Give a Day Week of Service. Some of you all saw videos earlier this week of school children explaining how they were serving others and, more importantly, why they were serving others. We're augmenting this with our Compassionate Schools project, where our children learn how to develop open minds to learn and open hearts to lift each other up. We have had some examples to exercise this social muscle. We saw such an incident last fall when vandals spray painted anti-Muslim messages on the Louisville Islamic Center. Early the next morning, community and religious leaders, many of whom are here today, showed up to denounce the hate and announce plans for a community cleanup the next day. A cleanup that would have taken us on the stage about half a day to do. Instead, 1,000 people showed up, people of all color, nationalities, religions, and political leanings. And I'd say this response did not happen in a vacuum. We had spent years building interfaith respect, compassion, and social muscle, which allowed this swift, almost reflexive, and natural response. Now, more importantly, I believe this value of compassion is a natural human value. All we're really doing in the city by talking about this is reminding people that compassion is part of their behavioral DNA, along with other natural values like kindness, hospitality, and love. So the call to action begs the question, what do we do? What do you do? Thomas Merton, our native son, at least we claim him as a native son because he spent 27 years in Gethsemane, just up the road, said, quote, You do not need to know precisely what is happening or exactly where it is all going. What you need is to recognize the possibilities and challenges offered by the present moment and to embrace them, and I would add, to act on them with courage, faith, and hope. So I ask you to lead. Use your pulpits at home and in your community to preach and shape opinion. The language of hatred and divisiveness is loud today. if it is not responded to, by default, many people think that must be what everybody is thinking. So ironically, you must be loud with kindness and compassion. You must be noticed. This is not the time to be humble or quiet with compassion. We're clearly in a battle for the soul of our country. We're a country of many different religions and cultures. That's our strength. And the only path forward is to celebrate this journey as imperfect people that we're all on, learning to live and to flourish as one. Now, I'd like to make an announcement. 5 years ago, I announced the formation of Compassionate Louisville at the Festival of Faiths. During the past 5 years, we've made significant progress in this goal of becoming more compassionate, and it's never over. Our week of service has grown to over 175,000 acts of compassion. Our public school district is piloting the Compassionate Schools project that focuses on things like conflict resolution and mindfulness, social and emotional well-being. We've ended veterans' homelessness in our city, and more than 100 businesses and organizations have committed to and are acting on compassion. So it's my honor to use this Festival of Faiths Forum once again as an opportunity to share another step in this journey. It's especially fitting, given the presence of the founder of the Charter for Compassion, Karen Armstrong, and the board chair of the Charter, Joan Brown Campbell, to make this announcement in concert with them today. I'm pleased to announce that local compassion leaders, led by Tom Williams, our chair of Compassionate Louisville, are working with the Charter for Compassion International to make Louisville a center for compassionate cities, a center that will help Louisville meet its commitment to becoming more compassionate, but also help other cities on their journey to becoming more compassionate. We plan to work. Go ahead. We plan to work on this in earnest over the summer and to formally launch this endeavor this fall. I believe this is the next step in deepening our community commitment to compassion, and we're delighted to work together with the founders of the Charter for Compassion in taking this step. To Karen and Joan, thank you all for your continued inspiration and persistence. To our team at Compassionate Louisville, many of whom are here today, let us continue this journey together on behalf of all people and certainly on behalf of cities all over the world. Thank you.